And we're back with another episode of Dirty Dog Trucking on ATS. We are at Plaster and whatever it is in Coos Bay. We're going to run down here to the Walgreens because they have some, I think it's Walgreens, might be Walmart. I think it's Walgreens. Anyway, it's right down the street. We're going to run down there because I saw some loads that I want to check on. It's about 4 miles down the road. If we can pick up a load down there, we will take it to a rest area and sleep tonight and deliver it tomorrow. Okay. See it up there on the right, top of the GPS? That's where we're going. So that's right down the street. Ooh, let's get on the other side of the road here. Go down and hook to this load. I believe it's going to Yuma, Arizona. And if that's the case, then we will be going to Yuma, Arizona, folks. Oh, got it. Well, that looks like a motorhome up there towing a Jeep. Not sure if that's a Prevost bus or if that's a Bluebird. I do know my motorhomes a little bit. Looks like it might be a Prevost, but it could be a Bluebird. I'm not sure. Prevost is the buses that Greyhound uses too, by the way. If anybody's interested in that. I believe it's up here on the right. I don't know. Yep, there's a little W up there. I marked it on the map and then I exited out because I didn't really want to go up there tonight. And then I decided, hey, you know what? We'll go up there tonight. So that's where it's at. We'll pick that up and then we'll come back down this way to the rest area and we will call it a day. And then we will head out tomorrow for, I'm guessing, Yuma, Arizona. I don't know. We'll see when we get there what loads they have. The one I saw was going to Yuma. It's an orange trailer. And so we will see. Hopefully we can get there before too long. It's right up here on the right, but we've got to get through the red lights, the green lights. Don't want to go through the red lights. That gets expensive. And goes right up there on the right. And then we're going to come out and go right down there behind us to the rest area again. It's Walbert, not Walgreens, it's Walbert. Let's see what we have here. I believe this little boat. And there it is right there, going to Yuma, Arizona. Coos Bay to Yuma. That's what else they have all in here. Just for shins and grits. I think that's about it. We're going to go to Yuma. That's what we're going to do. We're going to pick it up and we're going to go to Yuma, Arizona. The orange trailer. Begin delivery. Okay, let's find out where the trailer is. Get our trailer hooked up. We're going to run down the road here to the rest area. We're going to call it a day. And then we're going to get up tomorrow and do it all again. And I believe this is going to take 2 overnights. I think we'll probably be delivering this on Monday evening. Hopefully Monday evening. It looks like we're going to be going down the 101. Ah, yes, the 101 down the coast of the California. Unless we can jog over to the 5 somewhere.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, where's our trailer? The trailer's over here to the left. Okay. Yep. I remember this. I do remember this. This is a very difficult one to get out of because you have cars parked over here on the left. And it is it's a little bit of a challenge to get that out of there. It was a challenge getting it out of here with a small truck. I can't imagine what we're going to do with the Big Daddy. We will find out though, won't we? Okay, we're about to find out.
Time to hit the road.
Yes, it is. Let's try not to hit the wall. Let's just try to hit the road. Okay. See where that other car is over here. There's a car over there somewhere. Okay, there's some cars there, so I think we're going to be okay. I think we can do this. Let's see. Now the store here looks like a store. Might be open if y'all want to go in and get you some snacks before we leave. You can run in there while I'm making the circle here. Don't be too late. You might get left behind. And remember, if you get snacks, take your garbage with you. I'm not your mom. I'll clean up after you. Y'all remember there's some dumpsters over here. I remember them. It was a challenge getting out of here before. Until I figured it out. There you go. This is not the worst place that I've had to get out of, but it's not the most fun.
Turn left.
Yes, sir. I was going to turn on the beacons just to look cool, but we don't need them. I'm staying in the left lane because I do know that down here, I believe, I say I know, but I don't know, that my memory is not what it used to be. But anyhow, I think the rest area is on the left, but it could be on the right. I don't know. I think it's on the left. We go down, stay at the same one we stayed at before. We're going to go to the right this time, like normal traffic. And then we'll come out in the morning and we'll head down south and stay somewhere again. Probably, I don't know how far it is down to Yuma. I'm going to have to check that. Well, it's 21 hours and 59 minutes. I can check it right there. Forgot I put down at the GPS. So we are going to have to take two breaks because I'm not driving all night to get there. Although we could, I'm not going to. We've already driven 2 loads today, and I don't want to push the envelope. And I have other stuff to do in my real life. So we are probably not going to do that, boys and girls. We are not going to push the envelope and drive all the way down there in one shot. It is 12:30 in the morning, game time. It is not something I'm going to do tonight. So we're going to cut her off at the rest area and we'll pick it up later. And I don't know if I'll finish this game today or tomorrow or when, but we will finish it. Good thing is if I pause the game, it stops the clock. So I can pause the game, take a break, go work on the RV tomorrow, do those videos, come back and finish this one tomorrow or Monday. Oh, hello. What you doing there, buddy? What you doing there, buddy? How much of the road you need? You need some more road? I can, I can go back home. Good Lord, I didn't know if that was going to clip me there. Wow. You come over quite a bit into my lane there, didn't you? Don't do that. So, that's the way it'll be. We're going to pause the game down here at the rest area, and we will finish it when we finish it. I hear the sirens in my real life here going by. There's a fire station at the end of my street, and we tend to get a lot of sirens go by here, ambulances. And that was an ambulance. Tend to have a lot of those go by here. So we're going to go down here to the rest area, and we're going to take a break. Take a 10-hour nap, get up tomorrow and do it all again. There's the rest area coming up. You see it there on the screen, on the GPS. Down here around the next bend. We will call it a night there, as I said, and we'll pick it up later. And it's on the right. And it's one we haven't been to before, so there you go. Not the same one, it's a different one. And that's okay, folks. We don't care where we sleep, just as long as we get some sleep.
Finding new route.
not gonna be able to back up and see anything. We're not gonna be able to see anything backing up. And we're going to call it a night. We're going to sleep right here. And we will see you all tomorrow. Good night, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for riding along. Get some sleep, grab some snacks. I saw a soda machine over there, snack machine over there. Get you something to eat for tomorrow. Empty your trash, because I'm not your mom. And I will see you when we see you. Okay, boys and girls, we're back. And we're going to get on the road again and head down to Yuma, Arizona. It is now 12:29 p.m. We had a 10-hour break. We didn't stop until about 2 something. And we had a 10-hour break that we had to take. And we are on the road down to Yuma. It's going to take another 10-hour break, I think, before we get there because we have 21 hours to go. So we are going to have to take another 10-hour break on this trip. Slow down there because the steering's not working as well as I would like it to work. I don't know what's going on with the steering again. I may have to go do some changes. May have to set it down a little bit more. Again, I put a mod on here, and when I do that, for some reason, it throws off my settings. So, see if we can't get a side view of this driving a little bit here. Not a whole lot because got a curve coming up here and I can't drive that way. I can't drive from up above. I'm having enough trouble driving down here, especially with the steering being so sensitive. I think we're on the 101, and this is a windy, long road down the coast of California, Oregon, down the coast, and we have to go all the way down the coast. We have to go, well, I'm going to say down the coast. We have to go down to the southern part of California and then head over to Yuma, which is in the southern part of Arizona. So we have a little bit of mileage to go here. And I might have to go in here and reset my steering. Just a little tweak on it because it's a little too sensitive. Maybe check the map and see if we can't get over to the 5 somewhere down here. I don't know where not sure if or when. What I'd like to stop right about here. Stop right here in the road. I'm gonna go out and get me a picture of that. That's a pretty view there. So we can get a picture of that. Well, inside the truck, let's go over here. I hear you. I hear you beeping. Life is good, folks. Life is good, folks. They'll wait on us. Okay. Want to get my picture. Sorry about that, folks. They'll wait on us. I can't do that driving. I don't know why, but too many curves in the road, too many bends in the road. Could stop at this rest area up here and get one, I guess, couldn't we? Yep, could have done that. Yeah, I guess we could have done that. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and turn in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn in here. And we're going to set the steering. We're not going to rest. We're going to set the steering and get this thing tweaked. I'm going to get off the road and do it be like a normal driver. Be like a real driver and get off the road when you do stuff like that. And we'll be right back. And I didn't lie. We are right back. And we tweaked the steering just a little bit. Now we want to see if it's going to be a little bit better to steer. Looks like it is. The steering is very sensitive on these trucks in the game. So we really have to do some tweaking and get it set just right. I mean, it's a little difficult to get it set, and then, like I said, you install a mod and it throws it off, and there you are. We're back at it. Okay. We're good. Okay, get back on the road here. Might be too slow now, but it does pick up when you go faster, so. Faster, it should automatically set. In a truck it does, in a real truck it does. In the game, no, not so much. So
Go straight.
we will, thank you. Beautiful scenery here. I've been down to 101 a long time ago. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful drive. Not so much for a truck, but it's great in a car. I guess the good thing about the truck is you're up higher and you can see more. But it's not so much driving down like this. We can't pick up any speed. It's a very windy road, a lot of turns. You see it there on the GPS. A lot of winding turns. Can't pick up any speed. I think I'd rather be on the 5 where we get there. We sure are not picking up much time. We're still at 20 hours and 19 minutes. It's going to take a lot longer to get there, folks, if you can't go the speed limit, and you can't on these windy roads. Trucks should go slower on these windy roads anyhow. Added to that, the steering issues. Might have to tweak it some more. It seems like it's a little bit tight now. So it's a matter of getting the settings right, and then not putting a mod in that messes them up and you have to do it again. Beautiful. Look over there on the right there, folks. Will certainly test your skills on this road, won't it? We'll probably do some time lapse in this because it is a long trip. So, but we'll see. That car on head sped. We'll stay over here. I'll move back over there. Down to 30 miles an hour. I mean, just suddenly went from 55 to 30 like nothing. We're good on fuel. We don't need to stop and get any fuel. I think we're good. Is that a thrift store set up there? Look like a thrift store. I like thrift stores in real life. Kind of cool to go through, see more stuff. Bring back some memories of things of the past. Of course, it also means trying to buy stuff that you don't need. Another rest area. I hate to do a time lapse on this because it's such a beautiful drive. But I may not. I may just put some music on and ride down through the beautiful scenery. You can see the ocean over there. That is the Pacific Ocean.
Seems some things will never change. Recognize it all. The wooden bench, beat up bags, the schedule on the wall. Take your place among the faces no one ever knows. You packed up all your worldly goods and took off for the road. There's a guy who's going to Texas if he only had the bed. There's a dream job is there waiting if he only could get there. So he asked to use your cell phone, but your battery is dead. I can't seem to get a break was the last thing that he said. You're waiting for departure, you're late when you arrive. Can't even get a seatbelt on the Greyhound. There's a woman from New Orleans, but her speech says further east. It's dark outside the window as she sits in the next seat. She's moving to Las Vegas, but she'll miss her grandkids so. She'll fly out there every month to their home on the coast. You're waiting for departure, you're late when you arrive. Can't even get a seatbelt on the Greyhound. After years of working on myself, I'm back here on this bus. I tell myself I've changed, but it's not them, it's us. When this feeling gets inside you, you find it tough to breathe. You're looking for a way out, you try so hard to leave. You're waiting for departure, you're late when you arrive. Can't even get a seatbelt on the Greyhound of life. On the Greyhound, Greyhound of life. On the Greyhound, Greyhound of life. On the Greyhound.
I am trying to get better with the video. I keep watching it to see when it's going to cut off and see if I can catch it before it cuts off. Trying to get the whole video, but sometimes it catches me. Sometimes it catches me and shuts off before I get to it. Should be out working on the Peterbilt 352 RV today, but just it's a little early yet. It's only about 9 o'clock in the morning here on a Sunday, so I may finish this up a little bit here, get another break, and then during the break I'll go out and work on that some, shoot a video for that one, and then come back in and finish up the game. We're in Ukiah, California. We have 14 hours left. We still have a few hours to drive. Might want to turn on my lights. I thought they were on. I wonder why it was getting so dark. Okay. There you go. Now, there is a road there. Look. I thought the lights come on when I started.
Go straight.
Truck, but apparently it didn't do it this time. Now back there when I was changing lanes, why didn't they say go straight instead of keep left? Keep left means change lanes. Oh well. It's okay. San Francisco. Been to San Francisco a long time ago. I made one trip to Northern California in my life, and I've been to Southern California a few times. Beautiful state, very expensive, I think, for what you get. Gasoline and diesel is always much, 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 much higher than any other part of the country, and I don't understand why, but it is. I've been to Arizona, I think once in my life. I flew out there and went to the Chinle, Arizona Navajo Indian Reservation. And then I spent some time in Phoenix. I did ride through it one time. I didn't spend much time. I rode through it one time on a bus ride that I took out to California and back. And we stopped through Flagstaff, I think it was, on the way back. Came across 40. Been to Albuquerque. So some of these places I've been to in real life, and most of them I have not. We're still on the 101. I wish we were on the 5. We'd make better time. But the 5 is a little bit further to the west, to the east, and we haven't got to where we can cut over to it yet without going down that terrible, terrible up and down speed limit road, windy road from Eureka over to Redding. So somewhere down here we'll be able to get on the 5 and hopefully pick up some time. Hopefully. I don't know if this takes us all the way down to Bakersfield, but I don't know. Don't really know the map out there too well. This is very similar to a trucker's life. I think that, you get out there and you drive until the rest time and then you stop. And sometimes you enjoy the scenery, sometimes you don't even have time to do that. You're too busy with windy roads and traffic. I know some truck drivers that I know have actually finished driving in their careers and buy motorhomes or RVs, and then they travel the country and go see the things that they missed while they were driving the truck. Because you can't stop and visit, you can't do the touristy things, you can't take the tours, you can't really explore the areas you go to because you're always on a schedule. I do know some truckers that have done that. I know some that are planning to do that. So it's, if you love to drive, and truck drivers obviously do, they tend to do that. They continue that in their retirement. And they do it on more of a pleasure trip than a have to be there kind of thing. My plans with Peterbilt 350
Go straight.
is to take the RV and go travel and visit people I know all over the country, revisit places that I've been, places my housemate has not been. I think show her those areas. She has not traveled as much as I have. I'm very fortunate that I was able to travel a lot. Okay, we have a rest area coming up. Do we want to go there or do we want to wait? That's the question.
Go straight.
I think it's a little bit too soon to take a break. It's only 10 o'clock. It's going to put us at 13 hours tomorrow. I think we're going to chug along here a little bit further. Hopefully there's another rest area. So I'm over in San Rafael right now. Hopefully we'll find another rest area up here. I didn't just screw up by having to drive all night now. We want to get some more miles.
Go straight.
Get a late start. I think we've been traveling, and I don't even know. I don't even know what time did we start this morning? 11 o'clock. So we've been going about 11 hours right now. Which legally we would have had to stop back there, right? Because we're not 11 hours driving, but I don't have my sleep fatigue thing on, so we'll go a little bit further. We're on the 580 now. Well, why did you do that? Why would you do that? I mean, okay, welcome to America, folks. This is how they drive. They race past you and then slam on the brakes in front of you and make you stop. Thank you. Appreciate that. I think they call that a brake test, and people do that. There are people that do that in the United States to truckers. I see a rest area up here on the right. They do that in hoping that you will hit them. Not cause a lot of damage, but enough so that they can scream how much pain they're in, and then they go and they sue you when they get money. So that is a real thing, that they do brake test. That's why a lot of truckers and a lot of big trucking companies are now going to dash cams. They're starting to have dash cams in their trucks. And I think that's a good idea. See where this rest area is coming up here. Somewhere there's a rest area. Is that it? I don't know. I can't tell. I think it is. I think we just missed it too. Well, that's not very good. They didn't have a sign or anything saying what it was. They just kind of put it out there. We are going to rest right here, though. This is their rest area, folks. Well, we'll get the steering to work. Good Lord, this steering. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get on the message boards again for 17 hours and try to find out what is going on with this steering. But this is like every day. Every day I spend time trying to figure out the steering. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. But we will be back. We'll see you in the morning. Get some sleep. There's a trash can back there. Put your garbage in it. I'm not your mom. I'm not cleaning up after you. And we'll see you when we see you. Okay, boys and girls, we're back. It's 8:34 on a Monday morning in, where are we? I don't know. Wherever we are, that's where we are. I believe we're in Ukiah? San Rafael. I think we're in San Rafael. We're in San Rafael, California. We're going to take the 580 down to the 5, take that down to Los Angeles, and then we're going to get on the 10 and go west to the 111 down to the 8, and the 8 over to the Yuma. Now, if we miss our turn on the 5, we can go down to the 10. We can go down to the 10 and get on the 10 and take that across from there. Or the 8. We can get on the 8, I mean. So there are different ways we can go with this. And we will.
Go straight.
Okay, we're going to go straight right into that wall. You heard them. And we're off. Now we do have about 12 hours and 42 minutes. It's going to be another long day. It's going to put us there about 11 o'clock tonight if we can keep up with it. If not, we may take another break and deliver it in the morning. I don't know, they don't put a time when this has to be there. At the same time, they will tell you when you're late, even though they don't tell you what time you're supposed to be there. I don't know how that works, but it does. So, we are off again. Put on cruise control. It seems to steer a little bit better when I can use all my fingers steering. So, again, the game is all about tweaking. You really have to tweak all of the settings until you get to where you're comfortable with it. Steering is a little bit too sensitive yet, and then yet at times it doesn't turn at all. So I have to find out how to tweak that. It's a little difficult getting it set up.
Stay left.
Once it's set up, it's a great game. I love the game. And we just missed our turn.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Oh, I wish they would make up their mind what they want us to do. I think it's okay. I think we're still going to get both of where we were going. I think we're still going to end up that we're still going south.
Stay left.
Stay left. Okay. The truck does not apparently automatically reset when you get on the highway. You notice that when you're going slow, you really have to struggle to get the wheel to turn, just like in real life. But it's a little too much of a struggle. So, but I'll get it tweaked. Eventually I'll get it set right, and I will learn not to keep putting...
Stay left.
I will learn to not keep putting... Well, we could have stayed to the right there. Could have done that. It's all about getting the settings right. Once you get the settings right, you should be good to go. It's a fun game.
Go straight.
Enjoy it. I'm not bashing any of the mods, any of the modders. Okay, I think they do a great job. I think I would put my energy towards getting more states out than making beautiful trucks and trailers and stuff. But it all adds to the game, so they're all contributing. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, folks. It's a community of contributors, and they enhance the game by doing what they do. But having said that, I wish that some of them would start working on getting more states. That could be fun. Maybe they could work with the manufacturers or the software people that made the game and see if they can help them out. That would be cool. I just think at some point, like I've said this before, they're going to have more states. They're going to have to work on getting the states out faster. It's going to take 10 years to get the other 40 states out. I don't know how many people are going to hang around for 10 more years waiting for that. I don't usually pass going up a hill, but the policeman told me it was okay. Did you hear him when he drove by? I said, it's okay. I won't give you a ticket. Go ahead. It's only UPS. And that's why my packages are late. Maybe that guy's home. Just kidding. Actually, UPS does a good job. FedEx, I don't know. But UPS does a good job. FedEx is usually late. There was a joke one time that if UPS and FedEx merged, what would they call it? Fed up. Anyway. We have 11 hours left. We should be okay. We might be okay. 11 hours, we should be there about 9:15 tonight. So making a little bit of progress here. Hopefully we'll pick up some experience points on this trip too, being a long trip. Hopefully we'll pick up some experience points when we get another level, get another skill, and get up to where my drivers are. Most of my drivers are level 10, which I think is the highest you can go. And I was at level 5 when I started hiring drivers, and it was like, whoa, these drivers are showing me up here. But they're running all the time. I don't run all the time. A lot of times I sit and don't run like they do. They run non-stop every day. I don't. I'll blame it on paperwork. It's really because I have other stuff to do in my real life that I don't play.
Go straight.
When I do play, I take shorter trips sometimes. They take long trips. You know, some of their loads are 1,800 miles. Some of mine are 14 miles, 30 miles, 50 miles, whatever. So, you know, my game is mostly about filming for the YouTube channel. So it might be different than them. Their game, their thing is go out there and make money. My thing, I've got enough money. I have $25 million over there. My game is about filming, putting YouTube videos out. So I try to do more interesting videos, maybe a little heavy haul, some long trips, different scenery, different trucks, and a lot of ranting and complaining, but it's all part of life. But, you know, there are different goals, I think. Their goal is they're feeding their family. I'm trying to not to kill those cows over there, getting my steering fixed. But it is an enjoyable game. I wish there were more people playing it. If you're not playing it and it looks like it's fun, go get it. Play it. They do have a demo. If you go to SCS, if you go to Steam, they do have a demo you can get. And it is free, so you can check it out. If you like it, you can buy the game for like $20. And a lot of times they have good sales on them. You can buy packages, bundles they call them. I'm not sponsored. I'm not getting anything if you do that. But just promoting the game. It is a fun game. If you like driving and you like the truck driver life or the traveling, then you might want to do that. Looks like it might be fun to you. Go do it. And here we go again. Now we're going to stop. Mr. Prius up here. Or Miss Prius, whichever. They're already by the breakdown of the accident, and then they stop. We call that rubbernecking because they have to stop and look at, make sure nobody got hurt, or see if anybody got hurt, or check out the accident. So they can go home and tell all their friends about it. Get a dash cam. You can show them. Keep driving. Anyway, we're coming into, looks like Los Angeles.
Go straight.
So we're getting there, folks. We're 9.5 hours away. We are coming in on our delivery point. Still got a long way to go, but we're getting there. They say here in the South it won't be as long as it's been. I see Los Angeles and Carlsbad there on the sign. I don't know how much further they are. Fresno, yeah, we got a ways. We've got a ways. We're up around Fresno, so yeah, we've got a
Go
ways to
straight.
go. Fresno is more in the center of the state, north central, and Los Angeles is in the lower central part of the state, or lower western part of the state. I'll get it right. And so, we've got a few miles to go. It's one thing you will see out in Arizona, California. I think in New Mexico you will see windmills. Those are windmills there. We call them windmills. They're actually wind turbines, and they produce electricity. Those are actually producing electricity based on the wind. Personally, I think they should be everywhere. What a great way to produce electricity, right? We don't have to rely on coal and fuel. There's free fuel available, folks. There really is. I know solar is a big thing. I want to put solar on the Peterbilt 352 RV. Definitely want to do that. I also want to get a windmill.
Go straight.
Wind turbine. Now, why would you want to do both? Well, I'll tell you why. Because one works when the other doesn't. If you have a nice sunny day, you're going to get sun, obviously, right? Sunny day, sun. If you have a cloudy day or stormy day, your solar's not going to work. But what happens when you have rain? A lot of times you get wind. So when the solar is your only option, you could be sitting there in the dark. Now, if you had a wind turbine and solar, you're going to lessen your chances of being in the dark. You're going to have power when there's a nice sunny day from the solar, and you're going to have a power. You're going to have power when there's a windy day. And if it's a windy day and stormy, here we have hurricanes. Imagine how much electric I can produce during a hurricane with turbines, with wind turbines. Yeah, we could do good. I'm not planning on parking at campgrounds per se. I might, but in the RV, it is mostly going to be boondocking, so that I can bypass the scale good. I'm mostly going to be boondocking, which is where you don't have electric and water hookups, and it's going to be truck stops and rest areas and free places to park. I'm not looking to spend a lot of money on campgrounds. I don't know that campgrounds will let me in the campground for a couple of reasons. Number one, I am very, very huge. That bus is 45 feet long, 12 foot 6 high, and 8.5 feet wide. The maximum you can go on any RV. So, having said that, a lot of RV parks and national parks and campgrounds will tell you 40 feet, 35 feet. They'll give you a limit on how big you can be. Now, there are big rig campgrounds that I can go to, and a lot of campgrounds have spaces for me. Not saying every campground. But then I have another whammy. The other whammy is the age of the RV. Some campgrounds will not let you in if you're over 15 years old. Well, that RV is registered as a 1962. Even though it wasn't built till 88, 89, it's registered as a 1962. Even 88, 89. That's more than 15 years. So they're probably not going to let me in all the campgrounds that I would want to go to. And why would I want to? I'm not going there to use the pool or the sauna or the game room or, the amenities that you have. Campgrounds to me, is where you go if you have children, grandchildren maybe, and you want the amenities. Now, not always true. Go to Florida, there are campgrounds that cater to elderly. Elderly being anybody over 55. That's not exactly elderly, but anybody over 55, they have 55 plus communities, meaning that you can't get in it if you're not over 55. And the reason for that is because they cater to what they call seniors. So, That's why I want the solar on the bus. I want the wind turbine, and I want massive amounts of water. Now I did see the other day, and this is about the other channel. This isn't about this channel. Might not interest any of you, but that's okay. You just sit back and enjoy the scene, the scenery. But if you take that RV and you put solar on it, you put massive amounts of water, you can never have too much water. You know, if you want to take a shower, you figure out how many gallons of water you use at home to take a shower. Well, in an RV, most people can't take a long shower because you don't have enough water. I saw a thing the other day that was interesting. Be worth looking into. I don't know how expensive it would be, but recirculating the water. I know the car wash at the end of the street does that. A little different with a car wash and a shower. But what if I were to put in a recirculating water system? If it's reasonably priced and you don't have to spend a fortune on filters, you would simply take the water from the shower, put it in the tank, refilter it, just like the water company does on your home water bill. You filter it and you clean it and you put it back in the system. So you would use the same water over and over and it would be filtered. All of the stuff would be out of it. Now, having said that, there are some questions I would have about that. One of the questions would be, does it actually take everything out of the water? Because filters are only going to get so much of the stuff out depending on what's in it. So, they don't filter it all the way. Different filters do different things. So I'm not sure what I would do about that.
Stay left.
Those are the things that I have to research. Oh, come on. They're not going to let us over now. Really? Really, folks? Really? This is the way it is, folks. This is what they do. This is so real life. This is extremely real life here. Very real life. They will not let you over. Okay, there's my road rage for the day. We almost missed another turn because these people wouldn't let me over. I guess we could have gone straight. Looked like go straight to the same place, looks like. I don't know why they would do that and then send you straight to the same place. But anyway, that's my road rage for the day so far. See, we could have gone straight. What was all that about staying left? Oh my gosh, that's the same traffic, folks. We could have gone straight and done the same thing. Welcome to California. Wow. Anyway, okay, folks, we're back on the road and talking about the RV and the solar and the water system. If you're in a campground, some places you can hook up to water, then you will have more water. Obviously, you're hooked into a water system. If you're in an RV, you have tanks. You're limited to how much water is in your tanks. And then you have to empty those tanks. So, you have to empty the tanks, which means that if you're not recycling the water, you're not recirculating the water, recycling the water, then you have to go somewhere and empty the tanks, and then you have to refill it. Or you have to be hooked up to a place where you can get your water supply, and you're also hooked up to a sewer system or drainage system of some kind where you can dump your water in your black water. Black water being the water that comes from the toilet, and gray water comes from the sinks in the shower. So, that's some RV life there for you. Little off subject of this game, but I wanted to put that out there. Because some people do, if you like to drive, you might want to think about getting an RV. If you don't already have it. It's a big thing here in the United States. It used to be a huge thing back in the 70s and 80s. A lot of people had RVs. But they're expensive. You can find them all over the map as far as price. But, depending on what you're looking for. As long as it's self-contained, you can go do what you want to do. Have fun. enjoy life. You know, if you want the 1 or 2 weeks a year, you can do that.
Stay
Or
left.
if you're older, retired, or have more time, you can do that. You can go out more. They're wonderful, wonderful things. Um, I'm not a big fan of the mass-produced RVs, and the reason for that is because I guess maybe back in the '70s when my neighbors had one, it was it was fun. It was nice to go and have everything with you, but they were made so cheaply, so cheap. I mean, it wasn't wood; it was particle wood on the cabinets, and they were covered with what we call contact paper. And after being in the moisture
Stay
and the
left.
different temperatures that you would go through, the paper just started peeling off and bubbling up, and it looked awful. And the RV was not that old, a few years old, and it was like literally falling apart. So that's why
Stay left.
I've never been a big fan of mass-produced RVs. I've always liked the buses, converted buses. I think they use better quality material. And actually, when I bought the Peterbilt 352 RV, I went to look at it. I went to look at an Eagle, Silver Eagle, which is what I used to call the old Trailways Bus Company buses. That's what they used. And I went to look at one of those, and I looked at one on the way over, and it was a bunk bus, and I didn't really want a bunk bus. A bunk bus is where you have several bunks in the bus.
Stay left.
Generally, bands use these. Touring bands, they use them for the band because they're just basically a place to sleep. They're not living in them. They don't have a kitchen. They might have a bathroom. They don't have a shower generally. They don't have closet space. I wanted more of an RV type thing, so I didn't buy that one. And then I was going over to look at this other Silver Eagle, and went over there and looked at it through a fence. But the guy that was supposed to show it to us, the owner, never showed up. He didn't show up to show it to us, so he lost the sale, and I didn't get the bus. So my friend that was riding with me
Stay
said,
right, and then exit right.
My friend that was riding with me and driving me around to look at this
Exit right.
was he said, "I know one you need to look at."
Get ready to turn left.
He said, "It's not a bus, but it's an RV." Well, I really want a bus. I don't want an RV.
Turn left.
And so we went and looked at this one, not this one, the Peterbilt. And I thought about it. Couldn't even get inside of it. Couldn't even get inside of it, folks, because I didn't have a key to it. I looked at the outside of it, and I liked it. It was different. It was one of a kind. And without even looking inside of it, he gave me a piece of paper, said what was in it, and I said, "Okay, I'll buy it," and I bought it. And then, anyhow, the rest was, as I say, history. Is this Bakersfield? I want to say this is Bakersfield. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we're in Los Angeles yet, are we? I don't know. I don't know, folks. We're just driving and following the UPS, trying to get where we need to be. All these towns look the same. Literally in the game, they do look the same. They don't change stuff up for different towns. This might be Los Angeles. I'm not sure. I don't know, folks. Anybody know? Anybody know where we are? Wherever we are, we've been here before because we stayed at that rest area up here. So wherever we are, we've been here before. Because see that rest area there on the left? That wouldn't be yellow if we hadn't stayed there. If we hadn't parked there at some time, it wouldn't be yellow, it would be gray. See how the highway over there, part of it's gray and part of it's red and part of it's yellow? The red is the road we're going on. So what they do is they mark the roads, gray where you haven't traveled before, yellow where you have, and red with the arrows or whatever. With the green arrows, that's telling you the road you're on your route, and the arrows show the direction that you should be traveling on that road. So that's a little breakdown of what that is. And we have 4.5 hours to go. We probably will make it tonight. 4.5 hours will put us there at about 10:30ish, 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight. So we'll probably ride it through, unless we get too tired or it gets too dark and we can't see the road, which does happen in this game. Still don't know what town that was. I don't know. Does anybody know? I don't want to go out to the map and look to see what town we're in, because it doesn't, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
Stay left.
Yes, we are staying left. Thank you very much. It doesn't really matter what town we're in, because we have to get to where we're going, right? Okay, San Diego. Okay. Now this is where it gets tricky, because I think we're in Los Angeles. If we miss our turn, boys and girls, there are other options. We can keep going down a little bit further and get on another road going west. And I think that we have 3 options here if we miss our turn. So, not like Bakersfield, Barstow. You miss your turn in Barstow, you're going to go all the way to Primm, New Mexico, or Nevada, before you can
Stay left.
get turned around. So in that case, usually I'm going somewhere either in Arizona or New Mexico. So I just keep going up to Primm, and then I cut down 15 into Kingman and go that way. Because by the time you get to Primm, it's kind of senseless to turn around and come all the way back. Because there is absolutely nowhere to turn around between Barstow and Primm if you miss that turn. And it is a long way out of the way. So if you do that, you will likely be late delivering your freight. And for some reason, and I've done it, I think 3, maybe 4 times, I've missed that turn every time for some reason. And I don't know why I keep missing that turn. I mean, I know one thing is the GPS doesn't tell me that I have to go that way, and I'm not looking at the GPS at that particular second. I'm just kind of following the highway, and then it says, oops, forget about it, we'll recalculate. Oh great, I missed my turn again. And then I scream at myself for doing that, because I've done it 3 or 4 times before. And so that's where we are. Now we're about a half a tank of fuel. We have enough to get to Yuma and beyond, because again we have 450 gallons, so I'm not worried about stopping for fuel. I am going to get down to Yuma, deliver this, and then we're going to go to the garage. We're going to refuel at the garage. We do have fuel at our garage. Yeah, okay. I'm going to learn how to speak one day. We do have fuel at our garages, and so we will fuel there rather than a truck stop. If we can even find a truck stop. Truck stops in this game, I don't know. I haven't really scoped them out. But when I look over at the rest areas, generally they're rest areas. Like that last one we stayed at last night, it's just simply a little thing off to the side of the road. I thought it was a road. That's why we had to stop and back up and pull into it. There was nothing that indicated it was a rest area. No signs or anything. Just a thing on the side of the road said rest area. Or on the GPS, when we were on the side of the road, it was on the GPS. So, but we got there. We slept 10 hours. Got up this morning so we could do it all again. It is 6:05 p.m. game time, and we have about 3 hours left, so we'll be there. Might be there about 9:30. I don't know. We're making good time. Might be there 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. And then we will go to the shop, to our garage, and we'll refuel the truck. We'll put her in the garage, and we'll go to bed. And we'll get up tomorrow and do it again. And I don't know what loads are coming out of Yuma. I haven't checked that. Sometimes I do check ahead just to see what kind of loads they have, because by the time you get there, the loads that you're looking at are probably not going to be on the same, they're not going to be on the board. So they could be. Now the heavy haul stuff you'll see It might be on there for 30, 40, 50 hours before it expires. Others might be there for 3 minutes. Some are on there for 8 hours. So you have to look at that when you're picking your loads.
Stay right, and then exit
When
right.
you're choosing your loads, you really kind of moving that lane. That's not a good lane. That's kind of off the road. When
Exit
you're choosing
right.
your loads, you really need to. Oh, we're in El Centro. Oh my gosh, we're almost there, folks. This is El Centro. Wow. We're not far at all, no. A couple hours. El
Get ready to
Centro.
turn right. Turn
Now
right.
we're getting on the 111. We'll go down to the 8. We'll go down the 8. And we will be in Yuma before you know it. Saw somebody coming down there, did you? I saw some lights flickering. There they are. Another one coming. Now, in the United States, I don't know about all over the world, but in the United States, see how they have these fences up around the bridge? I'm not going to take off just yet, even though we can. But those fences are because we have people in the United States, for whatever reason, they decide they want to throw bricks and things off of the bridges onto the cars and trucks below. And as you can imagine, that doesn't work too well. That causes accidents, injuries, and can cause death. So they put those fences up to keep people from throwing things over. It's sad, but it's the reality of the world that there are people out there that would do that, and it has become a problem in the United States. So they started putting fences up on the bridges to keep from getting rocks and bricks and things thrown down on the cars. And these are now rocks, of course, you'd probably still throw over the top of them. But when you have big cinder blocks that they were throwing and red brick, they're a little bit more difficult to throw over. So that's why they did it. Just over there. Highway trivia there for you. Unfortunately, there are people in the world that are just very vicious, very mean. And, you know, that's why we have to take precautions like that. We're going to be there pretty quick, folks. We're on, that was El Centro, and El Centro is the last town before Yuma. Of course, a couple hours away, but it's still the last town I think we're going to go through. So the next town we see should be Yuma, Arizona. Looks like we're going to be there around 9:30, roughly, given the rate we're going now. Now, understand, things happen. There could be a roadblock, there could be a detour, there could be construction, there could be an accident, there could be anything. You know, life happens, right? I don't know if we're late, if we're early. I just said it was the last town. Now it looks like we're going through the Ray's Burgers up here. Somebody.
Go straight.
Good. Donut place. Okay. Brakes are a little bit sensitive. I'll have to set those again. I did set them again, but apparently I overset them. Now we're back up to 55. Guess I wanted to stop and get donuts. I don't like donuts out in the middle of nowhere, folks. So, like I said, we're almost in Yuma. This trip will come to an end, and then we'll get up tomorrow morning and see what else they have for us. Probably hopefully we'll pick up another skill point on this one. Not sure what we'll do with it. Probably more explosives. And the video didn't restart, so
Go
I
straight.
don't know how much of that you missed. The video did not restart the last time I pressed the button. So I'm not sure how much of that you missed. We are almost to Yuma. We have about an hour and 7 minutes left. We should be rolling in there right around 9:30-ish. So we picked up a little bit of time. I thought it was going to be more like 10, but it looks like it's going to be around 9:30 right now. So looks like we're going to wrap this one up here pretty quick. I mean, that driver's been here before. He didn't move over.
Go straight.
We still have about a half tank of fuel, or a little under a half. So we're doing real good on fuel. Of course, we have 450 gallons, I've said many times. I did see a mod that you can double that on some of the trucks, but I don't think you can on this truck. I think we're at a limit on this truck. Up here, they're going to
Get ready to turn left.
Make sure we don't miss it. This is the 8.
Turn left.
Try to stop and turn the wheel because it won't turn. Not sure why it keeps doing that, but it will not. Well, welcome to my steering issues, folks. We're back. We're back with more steering issues. It will not turn on slow speeds at all. A little annoying, but I'll get it fixed one year. Yuma, Phoenix. I want to go all the way to Phoenix. We don't want to miss that turn. We're on the 8, so we should be coming into Yuma in about 37 minutes. So we can wrap this one up, and then we can move on to the next one. I'll tell you now, I appreciate everybody riding along. If you're still with us, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Share this with all your friends that you think would like the trucking videos or the game videos or RV videos, since we rented and raved about the RV today. Check out my other channel, Peterbilt 352 RV. Check out Trucker Clay on YouTube. And we're back to white roads with white
Stay
signs,
right.
with white lines.
And then exit right.
Got to love it. White roads with white lines. Makes no sense.
Exit right.
Makes no sense, folks. Can't see them. Can't see the lines. They're not even
Get ready to
reflective.
turn right.
They're not even reflective lines. They're just white lines on white road.
Turn right.
Well, come on, get back over where we're supposed to be. Lord, people. What am I going to do about this steering? See how that did that? I mean, I had my finger pressed down to the floor and that thing wouldn't turn back. It's annoying. It's annoying. And we're in Yuma, folks. We are almost there. You see it on the GPS there? It is about 9:30, so we did pretty good. We got it in there. Let's see if we're on time, if they're going to nail us for a late fee. See what they're going to do here. Of course we're speeding. Of course we are. We're going over 1 mile an hour over there. You didn't like it. Okay. I think we're up here on the right.
Stay right, and then turn right.
Okay, folks, we are there.
Turn right.
Now this is going to be a very wide turn because we have to make a U-turn, basically. We have to go to the right and then back to the right instantly, and then we are there. So we're going to have to go way over there to the scaffolding over there, just about. Not really. Close, but not really that far. And then we're going to come back around and hit that green thing, and we're going to maybe park the truck. We might let them do it. It's been a very long trip. I appreciate everybody riding along. And we are about through. And then we're going to go up here to that rest area I see up there. I see 3 of them actually on the GPS. We're going to go to a rest area. We're going to crash out for the night. And we will see you all in the morning. Let's get around this corner here and get this thing delivered. If the light will ever change. There you go. See who's over here. Cars. Of course they are. Of course they are. Yep. Of course there'll be a car anyway, won't there? I would have been surprised if there wasn't. And if the steering, look how slow that steering is going, folks. I mean, that's just ridiculously slow.
Turn right.
I'm going to try. I'm going to get there. We're going to get there one day. Turn the wheel. Now let's see if we can get there.
It was a nice ride.
Not from where I was sitting. See where they want us to park it. Do they want us to park it? We're not able to do that because we can't get in that gate, folks. So we're going to let them park it. And again, I appreciate you following along. Appreciate you riding with me. We're late. Of course we are. We knew that, and they took $14,000 because we were late. Oh my goodness, folks. Holy mackerel-Andy. $14,000 because we were late. Wow. Oh my gosh. Folks. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, we appreciate you following along. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't argue with the computer. And we will see you on the next one. Have a good one. See you when we see you.